Infinite series is basically a summation of infinite number of terms. The summation will be meaningful if there is no significant change in the sum as more and more terms gets added up to it. Let us also see the concept of convergence and divergence of the infinite series and few examples of convergence and divergence of infinite series. If un is a function of n defined for all integral values of n, an expression of the form u1 plus u2 plus u3 etc. plus un plus etc. containing infinite number of terms is called the infinite series. So here u1 represents the first term of the series, u2 represents the second term of the series, u3 represents the third term of the series. Likewise, un represents the nth term of the series. There are infinitely many terms, so it is represented as plus so on. That is, the three dotted represents there are infinitely number of terms. Instead of writing in this way, this infinite series is also written as summation n varies from 1 to infinity of un, or simply you can just write it as summation un. Now here un is called as the nth term of the general nth term of the infinite series. So this is a definition of infinite series. Now let us define the sum of the series. So let us suppose we define S1 is equal to U1. So first term I am taking it as S1. Then S2 we define it as U1 plus U2. That is first sum of the first two terms we are taking it as S2. Then S3 will define it as U1 plus U2 plus U3. That is the sum of the first three terms we denote it as S3. Then the sum of the first four terms, that is S4, will become U1 plus U2 plus U3 plus U4 and so on. The nth term or the sum of the sum of the first n terms is denoted as Sn and is given as U1 plus U2 plus U3 plus etc. plus Un. So first n terms, when you add the sum, that sum is denoted as Sn. So here Sn represents the sum of the first n terms of the series. With this, we define what is a convergence and divergence of a series. So the definition of convergent and divergent is a series un is said to be convergent if the limit n tends to infinity of Sn is equal to L, where L is a finite quantity, and the series un is said to be divergent if the limit Sn is equal to infinity. So once to check whether the series is convergent and divergent, for us given one series, that is series here it is in general it is represent a series of summation un. So here you know that the un means the series is in this form u1 plus u2 plus u3 plus etc. un plus etc. So to find out whether the series is converging or whether the series is diverging, so first you have to find out the sum of the first n terms, that is Sn you need to find out. So Sn is given by this formula, that is u1 plus u2 plus u3 plus etc. un. So once you got the sum of the n terms, that is once you got the term Sn, take the limit as n tends to infinity because there are infinitely many terms. So we take the limit as n tends to infinity of Sn. So find the limit. If you get a finite value, then you conclude that the given series is convergent. If you get infinity, then conclude that the given series is divergent. So this is a definition of convergent and divergent of the series. So one way of asking the question is check whether the given series is convergent or divergent, or check find the nature of the series. So the nature of the series means you have to conclude whether the series is divergent or convergent. So let us see few examples of to check whether the given series is divergent or convergent. Consider the first problem. Here the series is 1 plus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 3 square plus 1 by 3 cube plus etc. If you observe this series, here the first term is 1, the second term is 1 by 3, the third term is 1 by 3 square. So here if I take this term, first term has a, the second term will be 1 into 1 by 3, multiple of a, 1 into 1 by 3. Then the next term is 1 into 1 by 3 the whole square. So the next term will be 1 into 1 by 3 the whole cube and so on. So by looking at this, we can clearly say that the given series is a geometric series and it is of the form a plus ar square plus etc. Now we know that the sum of the geometric series is given by Sn is equal to a into 1 minus r to the power n divided by 1 minus r. So this is the formula to find out the sum of the n terms. So let us substitute in the formula. So here when we compare the general form with the given series, we can conclude that a is equal to 1 and r is equal to 1 by 3. So we substitute in the formula and when we simplify, we get 3 by 2 into 1 minus 1 by 3 to the power n. Now we have to see the nature of the series. That is, we have to see whether the series is convergent or whether it is divergent. So for which we have to take the limit for Sn. So limit n tends to infinity, that we have to take it for Sn. So let us now apply the limit. So the limit n tends to infinity for Sn is equal to limit n tends to infinity. Our Sn is 3 by 2 into 1 minus 1 by 3 to the power n. So when n is infinity, 3 to the power n will, or 3 to the power of infinity will be infinity. So 1 by infinity is nothing but 0. So here we get this term is 0 and left out with 3 by 2. So which is a finite quantity. So with this, since it is a finite quantity, we can conclude that the series is convergent. Consider the second problem. So if you see the series here it is 1 plus 2 square plus 2 cube plus etc. So when you compare this series with the general form of geometric series, so our a is equal to 1, ar, so 1 into r, so r is equal to 2, ar square 1 into r is 2, r 2 to the power 2, so we get 2 square, a into r cube will be 2 cube etc. So this is a geometric series. So once we identified its geometric series, we have to find out the term Sn. So we have to find out the sum of the n terms. Now if you compare the example 1 and example 2, here our a is equal to 1 by, here our r is equal to 1 by 3. Whereas here in this second example, our r is equal to 2. First example r is less than 1. In the second example r is greater than 1. So in that case, the sum of the series, the sum of the n terms is given by this formula. So whenever r is less than n, Sn is found out by using the first formula. When r is greater than 1, Sn is found out by using the second formula. So we apply here the second formula. So that is a is 1, r is equal to 2. So 2 to the power of n minus 1 divided by 2 minus 1. So on simplifying, I am getting it is 2 to the power n minus 1. Now next to see the nature, let's take the limit as n tends to infinity. So when we take n tends to infinity, 2 to the power of infinity is infinity. Infinity minus 1 is nothing but infinity. So we get the limit as an infinite value. So this tells that the given series, or that is 1 plus 2 square plus 2 cube plus etc. is an divergent series. So by definition, it was clear that when we get the limit as finite, it is an convergent. If we get the infinite number, then we conclude that the given series is divergent. Let us see the third example. So here the series is 1 by 1 into 2 plus 1 by 2 into 3 plus 1 by 3 into 4 plus etc. So here we have to, now this series is given, we have to find out the nth term of the series. So that when we add the n term, first n terms, we are getting the value of Sn. So first we will write down. So here when we see the term series, this first term 1 by 1 into 2, which is nothing but u1. 1 by 2 into 3 is u2. 1 by 3 into 4 is u3, etc. So similarly I have to find out un. Then the total together I have to find out the sum to get Sn. Then we take the limit to see the nature of the series. So if you observe here, to write down the nth term, if you observe here, the first term here 1 into 2. In the first term is 1. The second term multiplied is 2. Where in the case of u2, the first term is 2, the second term is 3. In the third term, first term is 3, next is 4. So here if I consider only the first term, so it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. First term is 1, second term is 2, third term is 3, fourth term is 4, etc. Likewise, if I conclude with the nth term, the first term of the nth term will be n, because here it is 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. up to n. Similarly, if I see the second term of the first term or the second term of u1, so here it is 2. So it is nothing but previous term, for that you have to just add 1. So here it is 3, that is previous term, for that you are just adding 1. So that by in this way we can conclude that our un is nothing but 1 by n into n plus 1. Or this 1 by n into n plus 1 can also be written as 1 by n minus 1 by n plus 1 by the partial fraction. So therefore, our Sn term is nothing but sum of the first n term, that is u1 plus u2 plus u3 plus etc. up to un. So we'll substitute for u1. Here our u1 is 1 by 1 into 2. But since we'll write it in terms of partial terms, so therefore it is 1 into, or that is 1 minus 1 by 2 from this formula. Okay, so second term is 1 by 2 into 3. So here n is 2, n plus 1 is 3. So 1 by 2 minus 1 by 3. Likewise, we'll write for the n terms. Then we'll add the sum. So here it is minus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 get cancelled. Minus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 3 get cancelled. And so on. If you observe here, the second term and the first term get cancelled. Here the second term and the first term get cancelled. So likewise here the second term and the first term is getting cancelled, remaining with only the first term and the last term. So our Sn is nothing but 1 minus 1 by n plus 1. Now let's take the limit as n tends to infinity to see the nature. So when we take n tends to infinity, this 1 by n plus 1, wherever n is there, we have to write as infinity. So this is 1 by infinity will be 0. So we get it is equal to 1, which is a finite quantity. So from here we can conclude that the given series is a convergent series. Thank you for watching my video. If you liked my video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.